I want to talk about something that is supposedly really important to Donald Trump supporters and to Donald Trump and to constitutional conservatives. It's this thing called the Constitution. And the backstory on this started last week. The idea that Donald Trump's constant conflicts of interest are not only becoming more obvious and more apparent and more numerous, but that Trump may actually be violating the Constitution if he were to be sworn in on January 20th without doing away with these conflicts of interest that are inherent to what the guy has been doing for the last many, many decades. And this is not David Pakman's opinion. This is not the opinion of just crazy liberals or whoever you want to attribute it to. Top ethics lawyers for both George W. Bush and for Barack Obama are very directly saying, if Donald Trump doesn't sell his companies and put the money in a blind trust, the Electoral College should not make Donald Trump president of the United States in January. This is Richard Painter, the chief ethics counsel for Republican President George W. Bush. This is also Norman Eisen, the chief ethics counsel for President Barack Obama. They say if Trump doesn't make these changes, the Electoral College should reject him. And this all relates to, I mentioned this last week, I'm mentioning it again, I sort of have a feeling I'm going to mention it many times. This relates to something called the Constitution, specifically Article 1, Section 9, which says, quote, "No person holding an office of profit or trust shall accept of any present or emolument whatsoever, whatever, from any foreign power, without the consent of the representatives of the people." That's not some liberal website. That's the Constitution, Article 1, Section 9. That's super clear. Donald Trump's businesses are receiving such payments. Here's an example, okay? Donald Trump's DC hotel is seeking emoluments to Trump, according to Attorney Eisen, getting foreign governments to use the hotel. Trump having this meeting with 100 foreign diplomats and dignitaries and leaders and politicians at the new DC hotel, showing off the suites that they could stay in when maybe they come for state business or to visit Donald Trump in Washington, DC. And diplomats who were interviewed afterwards actually said, oh yeah, if we come to DC, we will stay at Trump's hotel to try to ingratiate ourselves with him. Why would we want to stay at the president's hotel competition? That might upset him. We'll stay in the place that will make him happy. Now, there's option one, which is Trump sells these assets and puts them in a blind trust. Giving control of these businesses to his kids is neither blind nor a trust. I've said it many times. Trump is clueless about this. But there is another option. Which is that these conservatives that claim to care about the Constitution, they can actually say, because remember, Article 1, Section 9 has this line at the end which says that the president can't do this without the consent of the representatives. The Republican House could say, we consent to Donald Trump receiving these presents and emoluments, which I hope that they don't do. I think that as corrupt as our elected officials are, I don't think that they would do that, but that's another option that would make this all okay. Attorney Painter told CNN he's been trying to warn Trump's transition team about the legal consequences of what's going on, including emailing Trump advisor and former campaign manager Kellyanne Conway, says that he is being ignored. If Trump is sworn in with the status quo maintained in terms of his business interests, etc., this becomes the official kleptocracy of the United States. This is a really, really long shot because we've got hyper-partisan Republicans as Trump's electors. Even if they hate Trump, they're most likely going to hate Hillary as much or more. And it's very unlikely that they are going to do what they need to do. But there's actually a case to be made that the electors should select Hillary Clinton, not by ignoring the point of the Electoral College, but by adhering to it. Alexander Hamilton was one of the framers who said electors should apply, in his own words, right, quote, a judicious combination of all the reasons and inducements which were proper to govern their choice. This means the electors have the wisdom to either overrule the people or not. They can be guided by democratic values. The reason that the electors would be well within their rights to say, you know, Trump won the electoral vote, but we will vote for Hillary Clinton, is that they're not just cogs in the wheel, that they're considered to be cogs in the wheel by many people. Oh, the electors are just there to push a lever, to cast a vote, to raise their hand for whoever won the electoral vote. That is not really the original intent of the electors. They are there to protect the country from an incompetent candidate. This situation, if ever there was a situation where the electors should actually do what they were intended to do, this is that situation. Bottom line, it's up to Congress to make sure that Donald Trump operates ethically. It's a Republican House and Senate. Good luck. Very unlikely that that will happen. But the electors are there as a possible safeguard here, which, as Alexander Hamilton said, someone that constitutional conservatives like to quote very often, the electors can actually decide to do what they see as the right thing here. I don't believe that it's going to happen. This is a big, big discussion on our Reddit discussion forum, and I would invite you to join the discussion there. Go to davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT. You can talk about this or any other stories that you want to on our Reddit discussion forum. We'll be back after this. Today's episode of The David Pakman Show is made possible in part by Soothe. Soothe is making it easier to find time to relax no matter where you are. You could be at home, you could be at work, you could be traveling, you could be here in the David Pakman Show studio. You go on the Soothe website or app and you request a massage from a professional massage therapist in your location in as little as 1 hour. Now, I often get very awkward with the entire professional massage thing. I've only had 2 professional massages. So I thought, you know what? Soothe is allowing me to try this out and to see what it's like. I gave my girlfriend a nice little gift, and she really appreciated it. And I was able to be there and observe how the entire thing happens. And it's fantastic. Not only, number one, was the massage therapist great, she showed up, and you can choose gender if that's important to you in terms of a massage therapist. She came in with the table. She came in with everything she needed, set up right in the middle of our living room, gave the massage. It wasn't awkward, and I kind of regretted actually giving the gift to my girlfriend. I kind of wanted it myself. But here's the best part, and you know how I feel about the whole tipping thing. One of the most awkward moments for me is after the massage is over, how much do you tip? You don't have to tip with Soothe. It's all included. It is just one price, and you can book the massage in under 10 seconds on the mobile app or website. And if you use my code Pakman at checkout, Pakman, you get $30 towards your first massage. Check it out. Tell me what you think.